Today we're going to be looking at how to subtract fractions that have like denominators. And our first step here is to make sure that our denominators are the same. And the reason that that's our first step is because if we have fractions that have different denominators, then we actually can't subtract them. We have to rewrite the fractions with a new common denominator. But since we're looking at fractions that already have the same denominator, we don't have to worry about that this time. So our second step here is to subtract the numerators. And you might be wondering, well, what about the denominators here? And whenever we're subtracting fractions, the value of our denominator is not going to change in our answer. So in question number 1, we can see that both of these fractions have a denominator of 6, and we know that in the answer our denominator's value isn't going to change, so we can go ahead and write a 6 there. So since we have the value of our denominator in our answer, the next step is to figure out the value of our numerators. And here we're going to be subtracting the value of our numerators. And we know that 5 minus 2 gives us 3 for 3/6. The last step is to simplify whenever needed. And here we can see that both 6 and 3 are multiples of 3. So we're going to go ahead and divide both of these numbers by 3. And we know that 6 divided by 3 gives us 2. And 3 divided by 3 gives us 1, or 1/2. So 5/6 minus 2/6 gives us 1/2 when written in its lowest possible terms. So in question number 2, we can see that we have the same denominator of 5. So we're going to go ahead and write the denominator in our answer because we know that the value of our denominator is not going to change when we're subtracting fractions. The next step is to subtract the numerators. And 3 minus 2 gives us 1. And since there's no common factor between 5 and 1 other than 1, we know that this answer is written in its lowest possible terms, so we don't have to simplify. So 3/5 minus 2/5 gives us 1/5. And in our last question here, the first step we do is check our denominators, which both have a value of 12. So we're going to go ahead and write a 12 here in the answer because we know the denominator's value hasn't changed. Next, we're going to subtract the numerators, and 8 minus 4 gives us 4. And we know that both 4 and 12 are multiples of 4, so we're going to go ahead and divide both 12 and 4 by 4. And we know that 12 divided by 4 gives us 3, and 4 divided by 4 gives us 1. So 8/12 minus 4/12 gives us 1/3 when the answer is written in its lowest possible terms. So I hope this video has helped you to understand how to subtract fractions that have like or common denominators. Thanks again for watching, and please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button below. As always, enjoy today's math lesson.